Hanna Polyakova, I am so grateful we were able to get together and speak today about the amazing, inspirational way that you're approaching your backgammon. So, welcome to Women's World of Backgammon. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Um, Look, I've watched you for the last year or so as you've posted uh, your excitement about the game and how much you enjoy learning and playing. And I
Yeah.
think is it behind you, that's a different room, but I actually saw behind you this big, huge bulletin board of all kinds of different moves that you had that you were looking at. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where was that?
That's my room. That's all of my room. I created that by
Um,
myself.
Yeah, but it was like I felt like I was, blown away. Do you look at, there were a bunch of moves and everything. How much time, Hannah, are you spending looking at backgammon?
Spend during look on the wall or in a backgammon.
Well, how much time are you spend studying every day?
Oh, it's always different because I can one day I can spend only 30 minutes and second day I can spend 8 hours, for example. It's not like stability. No, but I try to spend every day average like 3 hours, minimum 3 hours. Try
Okay,
to.
well, we are interviewing some of the top women players in the world, but also some of the rising stars in the world. And we're asking them the same 10 questions. So I'm going to ask you the 10
Okay.
questions we've asked some of the best players in the world, and we're going to see how you answer. Okay, the first question is why backgammon? Why not chess or tennis?
Oh, hard question because since I was in childhood, I really like chess. I really like chess aura, chess players, everything which connected with the chess and with the table games for sure too. Because I'm playing since I was a really small child with my dad, with my family. Yeah, I prefer more games and the boards than dolls or toys, you know. Yeah. Um, my dream is to be the great chess player. That's my dream. Yeah. I know, but I understand that I don't have enough time to this and don't have enough strongs because it's a real hard path for the woman, sure, more hard than for men. Yeah, that's why I met Backgammon, and Backgammon was right now for me like compensation with the chess.
That's funny. So, the chess world is a harder road in Russia than backgammon? Because I would think there's more opportunity in chess in Russia than backgammon.
Yeah, that's right. But Backgammon for me is something maybe more simple. I don't know. Maybe that's not true, but anyway, for me, it's more closer.
It's funny because there are many backgammon players who played chess and moved to backgammon, and there are many chess players who did the reverse. And now a lot of backgammon players are starting to play poker. I wonder if poker,
Yeah,
have you played poker at all? Anything?
I played everything since my childhood: checkers, domino, cards, poker.
That's great. That's great. Okay, question number two. Is there a goal? Is there a dream? Um, what's your end game? If you can project into the future, what do you want to see for your backgammon?
um I want to see that I did my work and know my path in a really good way. I want to see that I did everything what I planned and when I wanted to do. I wanted to show myself to the world and how we'll be good women in different table games. Um, how it can be interesting to play in the table games.
That's a wonderful goal. So do you want to be the number one player in the world?
Uh, yep, that's one of my plans.
So and you could see you're gonna make the opportunity to be able to try to get there.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
good for you. Good for you. Okay, now you've played in a number of tournaments. I know of two that you played in school. So you're still at that level where you're playing locally, not internationally, right? Is that fair to say? Okay, how do you prepare for a match? What do you do before the match? How do you get ready? Do you not look at a board? Do you play one woman we interviewed, she plays 3 matches before she goes out to play a match online
Mhm.
just to get ready. What is your preparation before you go in to sit down against your opponent?
Nothing special, but I can say that I prepare for a tournament at all because I do sport because our brain and our body is really connected within. That's why I always do sport and try to keep myself in a good shape, and especially before tournament. Uh, Before match, I don't think something special. I don't like to eat before the match. I don't know why my brain start to be lazy when I eat something, have a lunch. That's why uh, I always play without any food
So
like this.
if you do you prefer to play at night or early in the day? When's your preference to play?
My preference are evenings
Oh,
more.
interesting. Yeah, good. Okay, what about after the match? Do you have a coach? We haven't heard much about you in terms of, do you have somebody you're working with who will walk you through after the match and walk you through what you might have done differently?
No, I'm not such a person. No.
So you're doing that yourself.
Yep, I analyze everything by myself.
So how do you do that? Do you download the match and look at the plays, or
The last my live tournament was I just recorded my matches and after that described them into extreme gammon and analyze them there. Yeah.
and what do you think of that? Like, what do you know? Do you know the mistakes you made when you made them, or are you surprised by what you see after the match?
Hard to say because I have a lot of mistakes. Unfortunately, the last average PR was about 7 or something like this. That's why I made a lot of mistakes, expected and unexpected. That's hard to say.
By the way, I don't look at a 7 PR. Most humans do not look at a 7 PR and think it was filled with a lot of mistakes. So, you're the bar you're shooting for is very high. What is a PR that you would like to have that doesn't have a lot of mistakes? A 2, a 4, a 3, somewhere in there?
I think the 4 right now, okay.
That would be great. Good for you. I'm going to put out that good thought for you. Okay. Now, when you sit down across from somebody to play them in a match, based on who you're sitting across from, do you change the way you play your game? So if you were playing somebody, let's say you were playing Mucci,
Mhm.
would you play differently because of who's across the table, or do you approach every match exactly the same?
You mean my behavior or style of the game?
Both.
Both. Okay. Behavior, I will behavior. I don't know. I have such a different psychology life hacks apply to everyone. Yeah. Um, Different levels of players. Maybe I try to do them, but I don't think that Mochi will be ready to how it name.
Wait, I'm trying to understand. You're saying when you sit across from somebody, you try to have a certain demeanor about you, the way you look, the way you act? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, like
And what
this.
does that look like? How do you?
My mission, my behavior, I don't know how it name in English. So
You're doing beautifully. Behavior is a good way. It's the way you're presenting yourself. You're
yeah.
physically presenting yourself. Okay.
Oh,
And what
mhm.
does that look like? Like, are you
Uh,
very serious? Are you very, what does that mean? Do you look them in the eye? Do you, how do you, what does that
yeah,
mean?
you said right. Look like this. I look really maybe angry, or seriously. I don't talking during the match with different players. Maybe, yep. Try to behave myself in a serious way.
Interesting.
And
No, that's a great answer. I love that. I think a lot of us don't take enough time to decide how we want to present
yeah,
ourselves during a
right.
match. And I think it makes a difference in how we play.
Uh,
Um, do you know who Wonder Woman is?
what?
Do you know who Wonder Woman is? Wonder Woman
Uh,
she's a comic strip character, and she would stand with her legs spread, and she would put her hands on her hip like this, and
I
she would look ahead,
I
and
know
they
something like that. Yeah.
okay, they called her Wonder Woman. Anyway, they did a study, and before you go into a room to, give a speech or debate or
Mhm.
anything, if you do that stance where you spread your feet and you defiantly look ahead and you put your hands on your hips, you actually end up doing better than if you don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Hanna, what is the biggest strength of your game? What do you think is good about your game? What do you like about your game?
About the backgammon or my style of the game? What do you mean?
Well, either way, we'll start with backgammon. What do you like about the way you play backgammon? What do you like about it?
Um, um, I don't know how I can.
Yeah, let me help you with the question. Like,
I don't understand what you mean.
okay, I like when I first started competing again, I was playing too fast. Like I would allow my opponent to set the pace for our match. So if they played quickly, I met that. I played as quickly as they did. What I like about the way I play now is I take my time. I
Oh,
did.
right,
So
right.
what I like about the way I play now uh, is that I take my time before I move.
I
So
see what you mean.
yeah,
Uh, that's I had exactly problem. My body in a backgammon said me that you need to spend all your time on the clocks. He always say me this, and he said if I not spend enough time on my clocks, he always tell me something like that's wrong. You need to spend more time. Yep, and I started to spend more time, and it's really helped for me in my level.
why do you think that is?
Because I started to analyze more during the game, start to look deeper than I just moved quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I love that. I love that idea of looking more deeply, because you can play backgammon on the top. You can play
Yeah.
it on the surface because it's just easy to do that. I love the idea of thinking a little further. Okay. Who's your favorite player to watch so far?
Um, Hideaki Yada.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Why?
I really like his style of the game. I met him in my start of my path in the backgammon because I just one day I remember I opened the YouTube channel Backgammon Galaxy and saw UBC matches, between Mochi and Yeda. And I was so surprised. It was really great, spectacular for me to see that. I understood that I wanted to be like them. I really like Japanese community players, all of them. I cannot say something or someone special, but I think that's Hideaki Yeda.
Good. Yeah. I hadn't thought of that. No one's ever answered that. I'm going to go watch. I have not watched him a lot, so I'm going to have to take another look. Okay.
Yeah.
I assume, have you read a lot of backgammon books, Hannah?
I try to. Yep, I can say that.
Okay. Is there one that you thought was helpful?
I think all of them really helpful for me.
But you don't spend a lot of time reading books. You spend more time playing and then analyzing the play, or
No, I try to spend my time more during the theory and not the practice. Maybe that's my minus, I don't know, but still, it's helped me to improve my game for sure. Like 80% of theory and 20% of practice.
interesting. Wow. I think most people would probably say it was the reverse. So good for you. Yeah, great for you. Do you have a friend there that you play with that's on the same journey as you? Do you have any compatriots that are doing the
Yeah,
same thing you are?
yeah, I have. Mhm.
Cool.
Wait.
Um,
Yeah.
so what would you change about the game?
Um, I cannot say something like this according my playing level. Maybe I will ready to say such things when I will be more great player and I will be know more about this game. But right now, I am no one to say something in this way.
It's funny because for the first time, chess is going to be in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
it's never been in the Olympics before, but it was designated as a sport by the Olympic Committee 8 years ago. But this is the first time they're putting chess in the Olympics. And I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
help but think, if I were going to change the game, maybe what I would do now is I would try to get backgammon in the Olympics. Because if chess is in the Olympics, then backgammon could be also. It's the same kind of sport, right?
What else?
Okay, we'll work on that. Okay, what was the last thing that you watched on television? This is not a backgammon question. This is just a question.
Uh, I don't have television. I don't have TV in my home. Only like laptop or telephone, nothing else. I think that's something about humor. Maybe talk show. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Yeah. Okay, so local show. That's great. That's great. So those are our 10 questions, our 10 burning questions. I hope to meet you. When are you going to be playing? Where are you going to be playing next outside of Russia?
When I gonna to play outside Russia, right? Um, Right now, I don't have capabilities to play somewhere not in Russia because we're Russian players, people, and we don't apply by another country to fly somewhere,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
complicated.
problem.
It's complicated. Yeah. Okay, so but you have a bunch of places you're going to be playing in Russia, right?
Yep, I have.
Okay. Well, Hannah, thank you for taking this time with me today.
For
And I
acting.
really look forward to watching you. It is such an inspiration to see someone so young and excited and happy playing the game. Thank you.